Welcome back to another installment of Panzer Campaigns, Tunisia 43. I have finished my turn, and I'm going to run it in just a second here. I'm a little behind. I've been wanting to play, but I haven't had a chance to in a few days. I've been playing Poland 39, 2v2 match, and some other play-by-email. And I also just released a very comprehensive tips video, bootcamp video. So I hope you take a look at that. I think that there's something in there for everybody. It's everything about water and how to cross it and what it takes to do so and how to use engineers. That's a two-part video, so I hope you watch it. In the meantime, let's go ahead and run the turn. Yeah, they'll hammer. This is my second night turn, I want to say. Yeah, that should be right. So it'll be dawn next turn. I've got a few other videos that I have been wanting to make. Couple of planning videos. I'm starting up a Kharkov 42 full campaign variant play by email, and I want to do a video about my planning for that. I think I've got a pretty good grip on what I'm wanting out of that scenario. I'm playing with Caleb, who I have played with before, so that'll be fun. I also wanted to do like a, man, they're tearing my guns up. Goodness. Oh, he's going to kill this gun, isn't he? Okay, at least my headquarters is in an improved position. So I wanted to do Kharkov. I wanted to do, man, they always just go in on the headquarters. Alright, Kharkov, and I also wanted to do a after-action report style video of a game that I played in Smolensk 41. He's gonna break this freaking headquarters unit, man. I'm gonna move those guys back. They're about to break. They're like over 200 fatigue. They just always go in for the damn headquarters. Disrupted another gun. He's really hitting me with this artillery. Okay. Yep. So, in any case, I've got a variety of different videos that I would like to be making, and I hope to make those in the pretty near future. I might make some other tips videos as well. This last one that I did was really super involved, and I don't think I'll be doing another half-hour long plus tips video, but I've got some shorter ones that I'd like to work on as well that won't take so much effort, because I like to spend time playing the game too. Speaking of, they're peppering me with artillery all over the place. I'm going to back off some of my headquarters units, because golly. Now the shooting begins. He is getting the worst of this exchange. The Moroccans in the bunker. No effect. Take that. Let's see if we can get to some defensive fire going. Some fatigue. I fatigued this 88 over here a lot, but he's still shooting. Sector of the 1st Infantry Division. American 1st. This is actually on the boundary of the British 5th Corps. More shooting. I observed that the AI has sometimes an odd way of handling their direct fire. They'll like shoot once and then use another unit to shoot once and then go back and fill in with the remaining shots later on. Okay, so a bunch of units recovered losses. It's good for me. I was able to leave a lot of my units in place without moving them, so that's good. Here's my report. Let's review that in just a moment here. This is turn now. Let's see, turn 15. And let's compare to what I had last turn. Only 9 versus 21 HQs out of command. 19 versus 11 artillery units unavailable. 13 versus 27 units low on ammo. Got 8 undisruptions out of 30 checked. 3 units set up. 24 units low on fuel as opposed to 40 last time, so that's pretty good. Go ahead and save my turn. Okay. And then, yeah, it's daytime again, so we will begin, I think, with the artillery. Oh, they've got a broken unit over here. Okay. Artillery. Let's hammer on these guys. They'll be our first target, I think, because I can isolate them. Well, separate them at least. Not isolate, but I can separate them. Unless there's somebody over here, which there may be. Let's see. Are these the same unit? Yeah. I think I can combine them. Good. That gave me, I wasn't paying attention, that gave me travel mode on this unit. That's okay. Alright. So we'll begin moving up here. Yes. I have to leave my gun in travel mode. That's not great. Okay. No effect. I'm going to move this. I'm getting these guys out of here, man. It's too much. So now I can see them. They got a lot of guys over here, but I can cut them off. I can maintain the same plan. I think they've moved units up during the night. They've got paratroopers, so I mean, really, in this particular circumstance, we're in pretty good shape because I have artillery over here, so I can just kind of nail them from afar. Anybody in travel mode? No, this is brush in a trench, in an occupied trench, so that's not super. They got their headquarters unit here, and what else? What else? It's a trench. They're entrenched. Gnarly. Okay. Well, let's see what I can do. Oh, I got a gun. Nice. Counter battery fire. They hit one of mine. Gonna work on this artillery over here. Or, sorry, it's infantry over here. That's a pretty juicy target and clear hex. Keep hammering them. My divisional guns. And I've got my regimental guns. Always appreciate that. More of my divisional. So we're just going to keep in on these paratroopers. That's looking pretty good. More to do over there. This unit, I'm going to leave that and come back to it because I've got to move him. Probably move him too. Probably move a lot of this. Not these guys though. They are... I think this is an improved position. Yeah, they improved it overnight. Let's see if I can get a disruption on this unit so that they'll stop digging in. Keep firing. I got a lot of firepower with this whole army. This one, because I can shoot at this bunker, but like there's not really a point because I'm just gonna move up there with my infantry and assault. Same here. All my regimental stuff. Don't need that right now. Yeah, basically none of the artillery in this area is necessary. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll begin the attack over here. First, let me shoot with my... No, I can't. Okay. I'll let the Brits handle this unit of... from the 334th Infantry. Okay. No disruption. There goes the disruption. Good. So... can't attack that. What I can do, though, is now... let's see, where is it? Here. Here? Yes. I can hit this fortified infantry. We'll come back and deal with this bunker. Okay. Moving on. Let's see here. Yeah, I've got some good targets over here. More of their 88s. They are entrenched, which is not ideal, but I can hit them. CD Said is looking hot. They've got engineers, they've got headquarters units, they've got tank killers, and a bunch of AA guns as well. It's my quote-unquote horse artillery. We've got a target over here. That'll work. 6 kills, that's pretty good. 7, very nice. And what am I looking at here? 180. Yes, this is my... it's from the 6th Armored. Yeah! I'll take that. They're heading in that direction anyhow. It looks like all they have in Point du Fosse is an AT gun. So... well, I got engineers over here. I'll take that target. Even though technically that should be the responsibility of the... what is that? The 36th Infantry? 46th Infantry. Okay. And... that would be a waste. Yeah, we'll keep hitting these engineers over here. This turn, I was talking about it last video or the video before. This turn, I gotta start moving the 4th Infantry, the 4th Division north, and transit that whole operation in the correct direction. Trench and trench. Man, they're dug in like crazy over here. They got all kinds of guns and stuff. Alright. Let's try and hit these engineers. I do have a lot of artillery over here, which is good. And we're looking to be in good position to flank them from 2 directions. What is this that they have? Taking in. They got AA cars. Alright, so what's next? What's next? Some guys over here. I didn't see them before during the night. I might have noticed them earlier, I probably did. That's okay. Oh, I should really be hitting these guys. We'll do that. Although it's maybe it's not necessary. Okay. Some recon troops over here. Oh, they've got a lot of guys. But I also see a gap in their line. They brought up reinforcements during the night. See if I can't hit this artillery unit. They're far too deep with that unit. They also have a lot of... they have like, I don't know, 100 AT guns over here. Okay, keep my tanks away from that. Nearly finished with the artillery. Okay, these guys are not yet isolated. Alright, so I do have more artillery, but I want to move that artillery as opposed to shooting it right now. So let's see, what do I have? I have a bunker. Well, let me get situated here. Oh, I also need to run through my task list. Okay, I know what that is. Trench company. Yeah, I know what that is. 183.92. What is the hotkey? Is that this? Yeah. Okay, so that. I know what that is. I know what that is. 203, 21. This. Yeah, this is annoying. Okay. Aggravating. Can't get up here. Not without losing their trucks. So we'll go ahead around the... Yeah, let me come back to this. What else? What else? One more task. 4754. Yes. Okay. So we'll go ahead, move them up, move them here, and combine them. And that's done on this task. Don't know what that is. Okay. So, starting with, I already moved the Moroccans. This whole thing over here, this is looking ugly. I don't super duper trust the capabilities of my men to, of the infantry that I have here. Well, we could engage them. Let's see. Where's your other company? Is back here. Okay. So we've got 2 battalions and a tank destroyer. And we also have, well, this company. I don't necessarily want to give up this position. So we'll go ahead and kind of cautiously engage this lump over here. Flip. Okay. Going for the guns first. And then here. And I'll move this AT gun up. Shit. I have to leave him in travel. I guess I didn't have to do that. I could have put him in travel and moved him like back here. I should have figured that out through the math, but here we are. You can stay. I'll move you up. And let me figure it out with the math now. So that's going to be 6 plus the stream. What do you count as? Towed guns, motorized. So clear is going to be 10 plus the cost of the stream is 20. That's 30. That will not leave him with enough to... So I'm just going to leave him here for now. And all my guys with low ammo. We'll try it, man. Still keep getting lots of fatigue on him, but not getting through this gun. Finally got a disruption. Alright, so I see the bunker that they have in Jeffna now. They've got it with guns and the rest. And I think I can safely say that this gap is clear for now. My engineer's up. These guys don't have anywhere that they can go, really. So... you. Patton's still out of command? No, he's in command now. Well, it's a shame to just have these recon guys sitting around. I don't know what to do with them. There's really nowhere that I can go, so I guess I'll go ahead and move them back. This is also core troops. Okay. So let me get him into some sort of cover. Put him over here. This guy is still broken, but he will recover eventually. Now, on to my... These are my core troops. Yeah, we could use them up here for sure. See if putting them in travel mode. No, that's okay. You can also come up here. That's a bunch of tank destroyers. Here's my local, quote-unquote, recon units. We'll get them out over here. Okay. Let's see here. So you're gonna kind of block road movement. Start up at the top. This is kind of gnarly. I think what I'd like to do is hit these guys from range. Nothing is hard over here, so get you with the guns. Yeah, there's no need to assault these guys directly. What I can do, well, I don't need to assault them right now. Like, we're not ready for it regardless, so we got a lot of fatigue over here. I think this was, some of it was night fatigue. Okay. Where can you get to, sir? Nowhere. So, great. We'll get you along with this tank. This is an elevated position. 300 versus 200. They do have improved. I mean, the faster that I can get on them with this, infantry and this light tank over here, I think the better off we'll be. I'll just go ahead and move in. I've got artillery over here. Move this infantry. Dang. That was a hard hit. Take you out of recon mode. Get these guys up. So they've got a little bit of a roadblock over here, but I don't think that this is going to be a major impediment for me and the 1st Armored. I think we'll be able to punch through pretty successfully. Who knows? Maybe we'll get bogged down with it. Yeah, I'm gonna cross this stream. Alright, so I had a bit of a mix-up and I didn't record audio for a bit here while I was moving a bunch of my counters, so can't re-record that, but I'm going to give us a recap of what I was working on. So 1st Armored, supported by Corps troops, have moved up to this Axis roadblock. The Red Bull Division has moved up. The 34th, supported again by Corps troops, has moved up to the position of this bunker. The 1st Infantry, 1st American Infantry, is moving through the Tyne River Valley, trying to do a sweep through there, while the remaining, let's see, this is the 26th Infantry Regiment and some engineers take out remaining Axis forces on the southern edge of the Tyne River Valley. Let's see, this is the 78th Infantry. They are trying to sweep around this section of the Mejeda around Longstop Hill. And the other half of the 78th, we're still on the southern end of the Mejeda, but we're trying to spread out a little bit and form a border that cuts off Peter's Corner. It's more like this right here, maybe something like this, while I am moving the 4th Division and the 25th Tank Brigade up from the south to attack Peter's Corner from that direction. Now, this area will get a little bit dicey. I think that overall we'll be in good shape, though. That does make things a bit thin for the 46th Infantry Division, but I can have them take up proper positions and kind of take over for where the 4th Division was previously. And that is what I'm working on right now. So, let's see. Okay. Move this unit. Well, let me look at this from a brigade perspective. This is the 46th. Okay. 128th. So I've got the 138th is already on the eastern side. And so is the 139th. We're kind of in the middle right now, so they'll move north along with the 128th. You've got the 6th Armored are going to strike south towards Point Dufas, while the 7th Armored crosses the stream and moves through the Milan River, or moves south of the Milan River to also attack Point Dufas. I think that should be enough to handle whatever they've got, although I do have this section over here. I guess that'll be the responsibility of the 6th, which they're already there. Anyhow, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to move the 46th. So start by taking the 2 4-hamps, which are, let me double check myself here, they're part of the 128th. Why is this hard? I'm in the wrong corps. 128th. Look at all this they've got going on down here. We got whole guys. Alright, the 1-4 Hampshires, they're going to move south. We're going to try to pin these guys. Won't be able to. Sound down. So, let's see if we can break these guys again. Okay. This unit of the 5th Hamps, I think that I had not combined them before because they were like low ammo or something. Put them together. They're still working on this pair of broken Italian infantry, so we'll keep doing that. I don't want them rampaging in my rear line. Maybe I should. Yeah, you know what would be better here? It's kind of a tactic that I learned is, I mean, I knew this was a thing, but like, what I'm gonna do is move this company, north, and then I'm gonna move the remainder of the battalion like this so that we encircle them and they can't move. That's the same thing I'm trying to do here. That takes advantage of the zone of control rules within the game. So, here come Hampshire. And here's the other unit. We'll just go ahead and get them joined. There is a hotkey I want to look up. I think it's Alt. How does it work again? Alt. Control Shift C maybe? Alt Shift C. Nope. Hold down Shift. Units cannot be combined. Okay. Alright, that's fine then. Again, one more time here. The 139th. Okay, we're kind of out of position here. Yeah, we're just kind of all over the place. 128th is not really going to be able to support right now, so, or, I mean, move north on this road that's headed towards Ain al-Asqar, east. So we'll do what we can. We've got a bunch of engineers over here, I guess. Now, just thinking about it for a moment, this is like the exact antithesis of keeping units combined for striking power, but I don't really need striking power. What I need is to get through Peter's Corner so that I can get to Tabor Ba. So that's the reason that I'm moving the 4th Division in that direction. So, in any case, this is the 139th. I won't dawdle on this forever. Let's go ahead and figure this out. And we'll take an AT gun. Right. I'll take this one. Should take 2. Take both of these. We'll do that. So, I am okay with engineers being here. This is, let me check the setup that I've got. I want to make sure I don't have all my guys mixed up. Alright, these are all correct in the correct division. I'm not mixing any of my, like, 6th. This guy is a part of the 6th, but excuse me. Alright. Got this machine gunner up here. That's a pretty sight. Let's go ahead with it. I don't have enough artillery over here to get through anyhow. I think, though, what I ought to do... Are these guys all part of the 138th? Yeah, this is like all 3 battalions. So... I should probably spread them out a little. I don't know. Nothing else looks good. Let's put some up here. I think I should have moved them one at a time. Something tells me that the movement would have allowed me to not use all of my movement points. Okay. So, 26th, 6 armored, 46 infantry. So these guys are the 46th. And that'll make good use here. Got some armored scout cars. Oh yeah, we can take over this position and move the units from the 4th out of there, so that's good. Engineers. I need to move parts of the 6th armored before I can move the rest of this, I think. So, let's see, where's my recon cars for the 6th armored? They're both right here. And I can take up relatively aggressive positioning. I think that this doesn't look like a long-range gun. So, alright. Thinking. Okay. Huh. Put him into travel mode, hoping he would be able to get further on this trail. I'm going to pull a pro gamer move here. So what I'm trying to do is get it so that this recon unit can withdraw up this road at least a little bit, which I guess it doesn't really super matter, but I was going to spread out each one of the companies of this AT gun so that he'd be able to get through without losing road movement. It doesn't, I don't think it matters. Well, it will, but I think I'll worry about that later. I think I'd rather save myself the organizational headache. So, yeah, we can get these moved up. Neither of these have too high... Oh, what's this? Oh, excuse me. Alright, so I have this regiment of recon cars from the 6th Armored, and I can take advantage of that. They won't be able to cross this this particular bridge here that's northwest of Pointe du Fos. There is one that's southwest of Pointe du Fos that I can take advantage of. Anyways, let's go ahead and move you up. And this unit here too. I'll keep him slightly behind. Engineers are here in case we run into mines. And here's the tank regiment. I gotta be careful about this section when I move next time. Another tank regiment. I guess, yeah. I'll just keep them stacked up over here. Ugh. I wish that they would stop shelling my freaking headquarters units. Okay. And the last tank regiment. Or tank battalion? Yeah. Put these guys in travel mode. That'll allow them to move much faster. Is this also the 6th? No. This is the 139th. Okay. How many battalions are there in the 139th? Okay. I gotta keep it together. Alright. 139th is actually gonna want to move north. And I think, yeah, this is the machine guns. So, British divisions have two machine gun companies, it looks like. I'm kind of figuring out here. I mean, I already knew that, but like, they belong to individual regiments, and I got to keep them together. I've mixed them up a couple of times. All right, let's move the remainder here. Well, I'll get these guys out of the way. I cannot believe the damage that they've done to this AT gun. Might as well just put it out of its misery. I'll tire him over here for a while. Okay, the 138th. Alright, so again, the 138th. Sorry, y'all, it's early. I'm doing my best. Put you up here. And we have hard range, not soft. So this is, okay, so this is the actual divisional guns, and I'm gonna keep him up here as well. I'm wondering how, if at all, I should use them. I started this campaign with a mantra of basically like, I don't want to just have my I don't want to just throw my AT guns uselessly at the enemy. That's not going to do me any good, so I think that this unit will be able to retreat into the marsh. Broken terrain, or what is it called? Rough. So the remainder of the 6th I think is fine to stay where it is. This infantry units, well, I need support for them before they're going to attack. Got some pretty high fatigue units over here. Okay, that's looking good. I like the look of this too. These Crusaders have hard range, so if I position them correctly, I can pelt on this. Yeah. Yeah. We're pushing through. We're starting to see a lot of artillery. They're pissed. A lot of fatigue on that. Okay, so we'll call that pretty good support. I'm gonna assault. Even if the assault fails, like, it'll cause fatigue, but this is a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea. I'm gonna cancel that. Okay, that went better than expected. Now we've taken their trench. So the next step for this particular portion of the line, should attack the motorcycle. Maybe. The next step for this part of the line is going to be to surround this trench on the Highway 4. And I gotta get through here some way, so I gotta fight those guys anyways. let's deal with this artillery here. Assault with these paratroopers. Good. These tanks can rampage to an extent. Why can't I just move up here? And I think that's not accurate. Fine. Okay. No, I want to move my wheeled and tracked vehicles first. Let me think about this for a second, because what I ultimately want to do is surround Point du Fos. The rest of what's going on here is not necessarily... I got to keep to the mission of the individual divisions. So, like, while it is tempting to send a bunch of the units up here to surround this infantry that's in this trench line, that's the 6th, that the infantry from the 6th division is dealing with, it's not the mission of the 7th Armored. Mission of the 7th Armored is to get out ahead and surround Point du Fos from the east. That is what I will do. Hussars have pretty low... I don't know why it's doing that. I think I do. Okay. I'll keep you here, and... I'm going to kind of hope that there's not any enemies in this area, any Axis forces in this area that are ready to strike at anybody who's trying to cross this stream. Okay, this AT gun, what is the road here? I want to, yeah, I want to put him out of the way and have him rest. Here is more recon units from 7th Armored, but I am more interested currently... Where is this? Is this just an understrength battalion? I think it is. 348 men. Yeah, okay. More important to get the infantry... Well, I've got recon cars up here. Yeah, a lot of times it is more important to get the infantry front first, but in this case I'm going to focus on the recon cars. And this guy can park for a little bit. He needs to rest. So next turn these recon cars will be in great shape to go strike or do whatever they need to do. Okay. Alright, so I've got the armored cars up. Well, I've got these armored cars. Let's go ahead. This is risky what I'm about to do. I think it's a bad idea. Yeah, let's do it like this. There's not really any benefit to me crossing this stream, and I think that let's see here. So 630. Yeah, this unit is motorized, which means that it can cross this medium bridge here, and it can't do that with its current setup. I don't have enough movement points to get there and switch back to deployed mode. They will be able to cross this stream, so I'm gonna switch all these guys out there's no benefit to me having them there. Go ahead and move this. Anybody else from the 6th? I've got this business going on down here. I'll get to that in a moment. Some AT guns on loan. They're about to be operating out of... yeah, let's go ahead and finish this part up. Paratroopers. There's my disrupted engineers. My headquarters. Put you on the road. Go ahead there. Okay. Move our various support troops up. Headquarters units, divisional. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I think it's fine. We'll put you all the way up here. Now, as much as I would like to keep these units from the 6th down here, or sorry, the 7th, I've been saying the 6th for a moment, but I've been working on the 7th armored. I can't really, I can kinda, it's a shame because there's a bunker right here. I'm gonna let him stick around for a little bit here. There's enough tanks up here that I can do, I can screen for hard targets, so. I don't know. I'm not sold. Really should be the first British, and this is like, it is a victory point, but I've got a lot of other victory points to deal with, so I'm gonna go ahead and push these AT guns. I'll move them up too. Okay. These guys count as motorized too? Yeah. So they'll be able to cross this bridge. Oh, they got me with the interception. I didn't see what it did. Okay. This is their big AT gun unit. Go ahead and get you up here. Alright, so that's the 6th. Take my divisional is already over here. Now, we're going to get to move our infantry battalion and our AT gun. Good. Got more infantry coming in from the north. Position him as close to the road as I can. Same. Get you out of the way. Okay. Here. Yeah, that's what I thought. They've got a bunker right there. Okay. So he's cut off, basically. I need to get through here. Yeah, that'll work nicely. Okay. So I'm gonna assault through this trench that has the artillery with my loyal battalion, 1st Battalion of Loyals. So done with that, and then what I'm gonna do is I have all my AT guns right here, and we're gonna move them up. I don't think I'll be able to take any of them out of travel mode, unfortunately, but we're gonna move them up. So that part is done. I can take him back to the... Well, no, because I'll need him to assault next turn, probably. Maybe not next turn. I'm gonna soften them for a moment. this machine gun can't do anything because it's a hard target, but I can assault with them. They're good. They're not that good with assaults. Okay. Let me wrap up the first over here pretty quick, and then that way I'll finish the video. 2 battalions here. I think there's some stuff up here. I know I've got this battalion. Gosh darn it. Oh yeah, that was my plan over here. Can't move you up. Okay. Well, next turn he'll be able to move up here and block them. So let's get the... Here, we'll do like this. We're going to use my headquarters unit as a blocker to prevent these broken units from fleeing. I could have used the recon car. Okay, let's get the artillery up. No reason not to do that. Kind of move it in 2 directions here. I do need to screen this mountainous area, but I also need infantry to assault towards Sidi Said, or attack towards Sidi Said. Okay. Here's a recon. Yeah, we'll use the recon. Oh, we can split these guys. Good. So, one can go up the mountain, one can go northeast towards Sidi Said, and we'll screen this forested area. Got engineers. Northeast. Okay. You moving. You're moved. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call the video. Not quite. Oops. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and call the video there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will look forward to the next installment.